I'm going to show you how to create an idea pin and how you can use it to promote your blog. So we're going to start with creating a pin in Canva. This is the best way to do it. What you do is you click create a design, and here I've already started looking at idea pin, and there should be some templates that you could use, but you can also use just a straight blank image, which I always like to use because then it's easy for me to create something that will work with my branding. As you can see, there's tons of different types of themes here, templates that you can use, but I like to start with a blank image. So in my case, my colors are right over here. I'm using Canva Pro, so I have my own brand palette. And I'm going to use this color here because it's not white and it's a little bit of a color. It looks a little bit different and it stands out very nicely in the background. So what I want to do here in the first slide is to create something fairly straightforward. I'm just going to create a simple title, something that will grab people's attention, very much so like just a simple static pin or a video pin that you create. So how to write an about me page. Very straightforward. It doesn't matter what I do with this. I'm just not going to do very fancy schmancy design here, but I'm just going to show you the details of how I create my idea pins that I use for my blogging tips and blog coaching site. So I've written down here, okay, so if I'm going to be creating this as a video idea pin, I don't want to create any animations here because ultimately it will show as a blank screen as a cover. So I want to make this a static one. So I'm just going to be a little bit different here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I always try to keep it a little bit smaller like this so that it doesn't go from edge to edge. It looks a little bit easier to see, particularly, and it doesn't get cut off, right? And you can then add things like a little bit of some sort of shapes. I'm going to add some blobs. And it's going to be just a little bit of something interesting here. It doesn't really matter what you do. I'm just creating a very quick graphic. Okay, it doesn't matter what this is. It's not going to be looking pretty, but anyways, you see what I'm talking about. Now, I like to keep consistent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this page. And here I can start writing my points. So number one could be figure out your audience's pain point. And I'm going to make this smaller so that it fits. Maybe I don't even use number one. I'm just going to put something like this and I'll just do that. Now, I'm not going to write everything all different here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I usually do. So I create all the different ones. I then will create a transition for this. So I'll animate this so I can maybe go like this. And then I can maybe do something like that. And then this one's going to be maybe breathe again. Okay. And then I'm going to add one last page. And at the end, usually I write some sort of call to action to get more tips. Check out margaretbourne.com. And then I'm just going to make this smaller so that it looks nice. And it fits. Maybe I'll put my logo here. That's sometimes a good thing to do just because you want people to know that it's your site that they're visiting. And there you go. Okay, so I've now created, again, I've created a whole bunch of videos here. Now you can add music to this or you can add voiceover. And I like to add a little bit of music. Now this is again with Canva Pro. Which I think is one of the smartest things that you can invest in. So let me just say, okay, let's do English breakfast. And this is what it sounds like. And won't be able to hear it until I, oh, maybe you can hear it there. Okay, so that's how it starts out. And this is pretty good, and it's nice, it works with my branding. So when I go and now I test it out, this is what it's going to happen. You can see how it's scrolling through. Okay, so that's how it looks like, but I might want to just change it a little bit. I want the music to start a little bit sooner, so I might just move it over here. I think that works well. Okay, so when I'm ready to now download this, I'm going to download it. And I'm going to download it as an MP4, and it's going to be a video, so it's going to be one complete file. So now that I've created my video of the idea pin, what I'm going to be doing is going into Pinterest, and what you do is you create an idea pin very, very simply. And what you do is you add the image right here. What you want to do next is, if you want, if this is not something that has been designed with text and everything, you can actually add text, you can add information, you can add background color, things like that. But in this case, I've already created a video. It's pretty straightforward. So what I want to do next is I'm going to be adding the details. So in this case, it would be the pin title, how to write an about me page. I always like to use proper Pinterest SEO to create this, because then it picks up exactly what my content is about. I'll choose the right board. So in this case, I'll just put it to my blogging tips, maybe blog tips for beginners, and then I'm going to tag the topic. So you have to search for the tag. You may not find exactly what you think the tag should be, but you've got to kind of look around. So I'm going to do blogging, and I'm going to add blogging tips. Blogging tips. Okay, and then what I do is I let people comment, and I can add a list. So in this case, I don't really need anything, but for example, if this was a food idea pin, like let's say for ingredients that you'd need, you could add those here. You could add cook time. This is very, very useful for people who have food related food and drink. For example, if you've got supplies, if you're doing some DIY crafting, or in this case, notes, I would probably write something, grab a notebook, or head to, and then I can actually add here my URL to my About Me page blog post that has a free worksheet. So it won't be linkable, but somebody can copy and paste it, and then get the information from there. So that's an interesting way of getting somebody to click to your site. And all you have to do is print publish. You can actually preview it. This is what it's going to look like. And then there you go. And that's all you need to do. And then it's up there and it's ready to go.